Good morning, friends. Welcome to another live stream. It is Monday, and I'm so excited to be here with you all this morning. I hope you all had an amazing weekend and have a great week. It was a pretty low-key weekend for me. Sorry, I'm very self-conscious about my arms. They look humongous in this shirt, which I didn't realize until right this second. Anyways, I hope you guys had a great weekend. My weekend was very low-key. I was home alone most of the weekend. Robert was working all weekend. He was on call. Austin was working all weekend at the apple orchard, and Eric was out on a hunting trip. So I had just a solo weekend. I did a lot of laundry, some housework, and watched a lot of chick flicks. So that was my weekend. Pretty low key, but I still managed to spend some money. So if you have never joined me for my Morning Money Minute before, it's a super quick live stream. It's more than a minute, but like I always say, Morning Money Minutes doesn't flow off the tongue quite as well. But the concept of these live streams is to get on here, talk about my spending from the previous day, or in this case, since it's Monday, over the course of the weekend. It's just a chance for me to pop on, say hello to you guys. We have a little coffee. Cheers. And just track my expenses. Coming on here on the weekdays really helps to keep me accountable. And that's the main reason I do this. I don't know how helpful this is for you guys. Maybe you take this opportunity to also sit down and track your expenses. Leave me a comment below. If you're here live in the chat, let me know. Are you tracking expenses with me this morning? Or if you're catching the replay, I know not everyone can join live. It's pretty darn early. Today was a little bit later. I pushed it back a bit so that I could get myself ready for work completely. Although I still didn't have time to do my hair. So this is what my hair is looking like today. Not the cutest. All right, let's talk about the spending. So because I was home, my boys were going off in two different directions for work, and Eric was hunting. We were all kind of all over the place. So there was spending here and there. Robbie, my oldest son, is 21. He takes care of his own finances. He pays us a little bit of money each month in rent, which really doesn't even cover the amount of food that he eats in a month. But that way he's contributing to the household and not just like leeching off his parents, being that he's, a full-grown adult, 21 years old. But it helps him too, right? Because if he was living on his own, he wouldn't be paying nearly the small amount that he pays here. It's just so he can contribute. Yeah. Austin also works. He's 16. He makes his own money. He takes care of his own gas for his car and anything that he really wants above and beyond his basic needs. He takes care of that, but we're still paying for, all of his necessities and things. So for eating out, when we go out to eat, we typically pay for that. Robbie will occasionally treat the family to an evening meal out, but that's just how we kind of split up our finances. I think I'm over-explaining. I'm very chatty this morning. Let's just talk about what I spent, shall we? All right, so on the 11th, which was Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. We went to Subway for lunch. It was a late lunch, and actually it was all four of us. We were all together in our office. Austin was there doing some filing. Robbie was there checking in between jobs. Eric and I were running the business there. So I treated us all to Subway for lunch. That was an eating out expense. And let's see, what did I spend? $50.18 for the four of us to have Subway. And yeah, so I have everything actually already written down as a little rough draft because there's so many transactions over the weekend, and it happened longer ago than just yesterday. Typically, when I sit down with you guys in the mornings, I'm just tracking expenses from the previous day, and I can kind of remember what I spent, or I can just check my phone really quickly to see. But when it's multiple days, I make notes. So I wrote it all down here on paper, and now I'm writing it all down in my expense tracker. Maybe it seems counterintuitive, but that's just how I gotta do it to make things work here with this live. Because I've got like your guys' comments on the side drawing my attention. I've got trying to keep track of all the money. I've got my phone going off. Things are always crazy, especially Monday mornings. So that's how I'm making it work today. A little behind the scenes. All right, Haley says, oh, I'm on time today, finally. Yay, thank you for being here, Haley. You are so sweet. I love reading all your comments in my videos and things. I am reviewing my bank account for auto withdrawals and spending from last week. Great, so you are tracking expenses with me. Thank you. Erin says, good morning. I'm drinking my iced Nespresso latte and opening my budget now. Love these morning lives. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. I'm so glad that you guys are finding these helpful too. Ophelia. Oh, I love that username. I made it live. Cool. Hi. All right. So that was Subway. Also on the 11th, my husband went to a gas station for something or another. I don't know what. I didn't ask him. We used to regularly give him cash, and he would spend cash, and his spending wouldn't even pop up in my expense tracking because he had cash. He does still get cash, but occasionally he'll just swipe the card for something. That was this. And it was $5.29. I'm going to take it out of my spending category. No idea. He could have bought snacks. He could have bought a pack of cigarettes. He could have bought whatever. I don't know. All right. That was that. And then on the 11th, I placed an order for a bunch of cleaning supplies that I needed. You would have seen the things that I picked up if you watched I think it was the last vlog that I uploaded. All the vlogs are running together with Vlogtober. But I picked up a bunch of stuff to inspire me to clean my house over the weekend because, y'all, it was bad. And it's not anymore. I cleaned it. Yay. But yeah, so Walmart, I bought some candles. I bought some cleaning supplies. I bought a laundry basket. And the amount that I spent was $116.53. It was all that sort of householdy stuff. So it's coming out of our grocery budget. Our grocery budget includes like household items. Okay. And then the last thing on the 11th, I was home alone and I got myself some Qdoba for dinner. Nobody else in my family likes Qdoba. I do. So I've only eaten it a couple of times because nobody else in my family really likes it. But I enjoyed it that night, and it was $18.60. Okay, so I believe that was everything on the 11th. And then on the 12th, it so happened that Robbie was home at lunchtime, and so we ate out one more time because, you know, when hubby's away, didn't want to cook. And I felt bad because I wasn't expecting him to be home. He happened to be home during mealtime between jobs. So I was like, you know what? Instead of like just eating what I had planned for myself and making him fend for himself, I bought us both Burger King for lunch. So that was eating out. Yeah, we did a lot of eating out. Is what it is. $29.96. Okay. So that was everything. I had a no spend on the 13th. Pretty low key. If I hadn't done so much eating out, it wouldn't have been bad at all. Glancing at these numbers for the week so far, I haven't actually added everything up, but it's looking like I might be over budget a little bit in eating out, and I'm okay with that. Sometimes that happens. I drastically cut my eating out budget. Well, not drastically, but I did cut my eating out budget recently. So I don't feel too bad about it. How are you guys doing with your budget categories? Are you over budget? Are you under budget? Let me know. When does your budget week end? So this is the last day of our budget here, this Monday. It starts over on Tuesdays when my husband and I are paid. In terms of what I expect to spend today, Austin has district semifinals today, so there will be soccer tickets from my spending category. And hopefully that's it. Soccer days, we tend to eat out, but I'm hoping since we did so much eating out over the weekend that we will not do that. I have some convenient stuff in the freezer I can throw in the oven. So hopefully it'll just be those tickets. But of course, I will get on here tomorrow and let you guys know what I spent. But overall, it's been a pretty good week. Sorry, you guys. Yeah, pretty good week. Not too much to report. So let's see. Haley says Qdoba is pretty good. Yeah, I like it. It's right on par with Chipotle for me, although the prices are a little bit higher, I think. Let's see. Erin says it's so hard for us to eat at home on the weekends. That's when we eat out the most too. Yeah. Typically, actually, we do more eating out on busy weeknights, but this week I'm shaking the whole table. Sorry, you guys. This week, with the way everything played out, we just ended up eating out more on the weekend. I would love to be the type of family that sits around a dining table every night and has a home-cooked family meal. And we were that family for a little while, but you guys, it's just not realistic right now with everything we have going on. So I'm trying not to beat myself up about it too much. I definitely feel like my family deserves better than to eat out all the time and to, be going in 50,000 different directions. But it's just the stage of life we're in. And someday we will have sit-down family dinners again. Fingers crossed, hopefully. I try not to have too many expectations for myself, because then you just end up disappointed and feeling like a failure. And that's not how we want to feel. Let's see. Haley says, I end my budget weeks on Sundays. Not bad this week. Groceries went over. Well, I mean, realistically, grocery prices are ridiculously high. So I don't think that's too bad. I don't know if I have just gotten used to the higher prices, or if maybe they've come down a little bit, because the last couple of grocery trips I've done haven't seemed too bad. It may just be that I've finally gotten over the sticker shock and I'm used to the higher prices. But yeah, groceries are a tough one. All right, friends, I don't have anything else for you today. That was all of my spending. Just a handful of transactions over the weekend. Not too bad. We had a no spend day, so feel pretty good about that. Yeah, especially meat. Ridiculous prices. I still have a bunch of venison in my freezer from Eric's hunting season last year, and hunting season is upon us again. So we're going to be eating a lot of venison. It's not my favorite personally, but I need to use it up. It's been in my freezer for almost a year now. So if you guys have venison recipes, leave them in the comments. I always do either chili or spaghetti or tacos. We have a lot of ground meat left. So if you have any suggestions, I'd appreciate it. Plus the coming holidays. Yeah, Haley, don't even get me started on the holiday season. I can't even think about it yet. Usually, I guess I used to be the type of person who was planning way ahead and was always on top of everything, at least in terms of planning. And I can't even think about the holidays. I was thinking about Vlogmas for December, and I just had to rewind. Let's get through October 1st before I start trying to plan out December. It's a lot. These last couple of years have been so busy. I feel like I can't catch my breath. Let's see. You're beginning to make dinner. Lottie, is that how you say your name? Lottie? What are you making for dinner? I would love to hear. I have no idea what we're going to have for dinner tonight. No clue. Soccer game is at 7 p.m. So it's kind of right smack dab in the middle of where we would need to have dinner. Austin has to be there an hour early to warm up, so he has to be there at 6. So no idea what we're going to eat, but really going to try not to eat out. Yeah, okay, so we're at 14 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up now, unless you have any last-minute questions, comments, concerns, anything you'd like to address. I hope you guys have a really wonderful Monday. I'm sure going to try. It's always our busiest day at work, so hopefully it'll be all right. Yeah, leave me a comment below. Let me know all the things I asked you. What day of the week does your budget end on? Or if you're like a monthly budgeter, weekly budgeter, whatever. what are you making for dinner tonight? And if you have any venison recipes, I'd appreciate it. Thank you all for being here. Really is so exciting to see so many of you join me live in the mornings. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.